Hi there folks, welcome back to Rich Reviews. I want to thank everyone who's subscribing to this channel. I want to thank everyone who has been commenting on these videos. I want to thank everyone who's been watching these videos. That is amazing, folks. You guys are completely awesome. So I'm finishing up the last of the films that I am going to be reviewing for 2016. I think there are maybe like about maybe 4 or 5 more after this. After those films are done, I will be doing the worst films of the year first, because who doesn't want to take a pot shot at the worst films of the year one more time again. Then I'm going to do the best films of the year, and then we'll figure out what we're going to do for 2017 here. So Assassin's Creed is the latest attempt to adapt a video game franchise, and in this case a hugely popular game franchise, into a movie. And the results are pretty much the same of what you expect from a video game turned movie basically here. So in the 80s, Cal Lynch witnesses his father, who is in Assassin's Creed garb, kill his mother. So in 2016, Cal, played by Michael Fassbender, is being executed for capital murder in Texas, I think, of all places. And after he's executed, he's brought back to life by the secret research facility in Spain. Amazingly enough, this research facility is run by Templar Knights, which gives you one specific clue about this film here. This place is run by Alan Rickman, played by Jeremy Irons, of all people, and Czar Sophia, played by Marion, which again is odd because she's a scientist, and I never thought Marion would be a scientist of all things here. So this father and daughter team wants to find the Apple of Eden, and they use a machine called the Animus. So when Cal goes into the Animus, he says then for his ancestor in the past called Aguilar, and Aguilar is currently in the, I guess they're in the 1400s, I don't know. He's a Assassin's Creed person who is trying to, I guess, go after the apple, or also try to protect the Sultan of Granada's crown prince here, I guess. So let me say this. I think this is a visually arresting film. I think it's a very, again, I like the Spanish Inquisition world that is at, and it's like not this Monty Python-esque type world. It's really a Spanish Inquisition down dirty, grimy world. People die of gruesome injuries all the time here, folks. But here's the problem. I have some really big problems with this film. Primarily being the fact is, I would have loved for this whole film to be set in the Spanish Inquisition. Again, it's like, clearly, a lot of, I guess, Assassin's Creed material takes place in the ancient world, I guess. But every time there's a fight scene, we get a cutback to Cal fighting the shadows in the Animus or something like that, and it just doesn't work. It's annoying. We just want him, again, I would just like to see the fights in the Spanish Inquisition in Spain here, I guess, as I say. I would like that all to be one continuous scene and not being cut back frequently to this laboratory. Also, if you're recently being executed for murder and you're being brought back to life, and you apparently are in a secret research facility in Spain, and you're being told that, oh yeah, we want you to go back into the past, find something for us, and yet you're going to be in the body of your ancestor here, wouldn't you have a few questions for them, specifically, oh yeah, why am I alive? And again, considering the fact is here, Cal all of a sudden is just gung-ho with this. He doesn't really, I guess he asks a few questions, but never really is followed through upon. The fact here is that we have Academy Award nominee, a legendary actress in Charlotte Rampling. We have 2 Academy Award winners in Jeremy Irons and Marion Cotillard. We also have Michael K. Williams here, and he was on The Wire. You would think they all be good here, but no, all they do is provide exposition dumps. It's just, I'm just astonished. And Marion Cotillard wants to use the apple in which to get rid of, she wants to DNA map people so that they can get rid of the anger and violence within themselves. And you're thinking to yourself, okay, that'd be fascinating. Unfortunately, that's a one-time conversation, and you're thinking to yourself, okay, why is this not followed up? And it's like Jeremy Irons wants to use the apple to cure free will, and that's like, okay, that'd also be a very fascinating conversation, but that is also never really followed up on. It's, considering the fact that I'm a student of history, and I think I know something about my history, this must be set in an alternative universe, because the Knights Templar are actually alive, and in this film they're actually the villains, and they're going after the Assassin's Creed for some bizarre reason. And I can't help but feel that, yeah, the Knights Templar were the ones that actually were being hunted by, the King of France. The King of France got the blessing for the Pope to go after them, and they're hunting it down. And so, again, they were the money managers of this time, and so it's like, why are they the villains? It just is a very bizarre choice for me. Here's the thing, folks. I have no doubt you can make a very fascinating film based off a video game. I have sort of a guilty pleasure for the Resident Evil films, but I recognize those aren't good films, but at least they go by quickly. Here, I feel like it took forever for this thing to get going. Or, again, even when it did go, it's sort of like, okay, could we please go back to the Spanish Inquisition? And this pretty much, I feel like, is a nail in the coffin for video game adaptations. Granted, we're getting a Tomb Raider reboot with Alicia Vikander, and again, maybe I'm hopeful for that, but I'm less hopeful now after seeing this particular film. Apparently there was some footage that was cut out, so to leave it sane, and therefore maybe want us to have a sequel. Again, I don't know if we'll get one. Here is a film that is visually interesting, but the story is a mess. The people here are not interesting. Cal is not a very boring idea for a person. Again, the Spanish stuff is, again, that would make a whole interesting film. But in the end, folks, what I'm going to say here, folks, is Assassin's Creed is really only worth seeing when you're drunk. And, you know, oh, yeah, Assassin's Creed, yeah. You know, again, it's like, play the video game instead, folks. That's what I implore you to do. Folks, what's your favorite video game turned film, if there is one? Do you happen to like this film? Did you happen to agree with my criticisms at all? Please put that in the comment section here below, folks. As always, folks, like, comment, subscribe, enrich yourself with knowledge. Maybe you'll find yourself in the Spanish Inquisition one day. I don't really know. See you next time, folks.